landed. They just splashed down. This is great news, y'all. Like, they did it. Like, and they were communicating and everything. That means they did it. Like, this is so cool. Like, yes. Victor, you did this.
What's good? You done clicked on the video, so I'm already knowing you with the vibes. So today, well, let's backtrack a little bit. Today being April 11th, 10 days ago on April 1st, a spaceship took up out of space to travel around the moon. And fast forward 10 days later from April Fool's Day, them folks have arrived back on Earth. Let's get into it.
Splashdown confirmed at 7:07 p.m. Central Time, 5:07 p.m. Pacific Time.
They are now getting ready to deploy what they call the Air Rescue Vest, ARV.
Jubilation here in the flight control room. The first crew member is out of integrity. We now have 2 crew members out. Crew member number 3 now out. Reed Wiseman out of the vehicle. All 4 crew members now out of integrity.
And there you go. We now have all 4 Artemis 2 crew members on the USS John P. Murtha.
This is huge for all of us in landing recovery, and I couldn't do this without my team and of course the full support of the U.S. military. There's going to be lots of, high fives when we get the capsule back in.
It's a quote that I found that was written by a writer that went by the name of Mark Twain. And it states, it's easier to fool people than it is to convince them that they've been fooled. Yeah, that's how I look at this whole situation. I honestly feel like it's a hoax. It's fake. Delusional.
The Artemis 2 crew and the Orion capsule will be splashing down later on today just off the shores of San Diego. And what we're watching out for are re-entry speeds that could exceed 25,000 miles per hour, enough to warm up the heat shield to about 5,000 degrees, or nearly half the temperature of the surface of the sun. The entire process takes about 40 minutes, but what we're watching out for is the final approach. This is going to be placing the Orion capsule just south and east of Hawaii, in which they start to target that finalized landing corridor. At about T-minus 15 minutes, that's when we reach peak velocity, exceeding 25,000 miles per hour, or about Mach 32, 32 times faster than the speed of sound. Between that time and T-minus 6 to T-minus 2 minutes is when we deploy all of the parachutes. That's about 11 in total, and that deceleration process will take the Orion capsule from about 25,000 miles per hour to 17 mile per hour touchdown speeds, with a splashdown projected at 8:07 Eastern Standard Time. Now, what we're watching out for as far as the recovery process is entailed, we can see wave heights likely between 2 and 4 feet. That's going to be below the threshold of 6 feet, which is exactly what we need. Weather conditions are going to be nearly perfect. Wind speeds are likely going to be between that 10 to 15 mile per hour zone, still below that threshold needed of 28 mile per hour winds, and rain will be well away from the landing zone. So the weather criteria will need to be essential in the recovery process, in which we're hoping and praying for a safe one, and I hope that you guys will be tuning in.
Okay, so let's make this make sense, y'all. First off, he said this capsule is going to be moving up to 25,000 miles per hour. That's fast, y'all boys, because I had an idea, but I had to look it up. This is how fast a jet moves. Commercial jetliners typically cruise from 550 to 600 miles per hour. Military jets, a F-22 can exceed speeds of 1,500 miles per hour, with specialized aircraft exceeding 2,000 miles per hour. That's a jet. This is a little capsule coming from outer space, reaching up to 25,000 miles per hour. Come on now. Next, my next one. The heat shield temperature is up to 5,000 degrees. I call cap. Come on now. The hot boys couldn't The hot boys maxed out at 500 degrees. Let's make it make sense, y'all. He said that's half of the temperature sun. Another thing, for that capsule to get that hot, when it landed in that water, I did not see not one piece of steam come from that capsule.
Okay, y'all, so we are about 2 hours out from the Artemis blackout situation. You know, when they go around the moon, the backside of the moon that has never been done, and they lose all communication. It's happening. It's happening very, very soon. So 5:42 Eastern time is what I heard yesterday. I don't know if that's changed today, but I had my live feed up. They look good. I had my live feed up today because I had to check on them while I was at work today at lunch because I was stressed. I was just making sure they were still okay. But remember, we need big prayers. Big prayers for a solid about 45, 52 minutes, they said. I just couldn't imagine if this was my family member. Like, I'm already this stressed and they ain't even my family. It's just, whew, God bless them. You know, the courage that must take to go up there because it couldn't be me. I can tell you that. It couldn't be me. Keep me on earth. I have no desire to go up there, but good for y'all. You know what? Doing the thing for humanity.
Well, I must say congrats for traveling on the dark side of the moon. A place where human beings have never been before, uncharted territories. But this just how I see it. If I'm the one to tell you that I'm the first to do it, I control the narrative. I think somebody like Soulja Boy exemplifies that very well. The first to do it. Somebody else, Christopher Columbus. The first to reach the Americas, even though we know that people been here already. But he controls that narrative. Same thing with this whole around the moon mission. To be able to say that I'm the first to do it, guess what I control? Who, what, when, where, and how. And I'm also controlling the minds of the masses. Also, you know what else I control? The price point.
To the moon and back with a hefty price tag. These 4 astronauts have now traveled further from the Earth than any human in history. And although NASA hasn't publicly disclosed the price of the Artemis 2 mission, estimates suggest that each launch costs over $4 billion. The titanium toilet alone costs about $23 million. That makes it the second most expensive space toilet ever built, surpassed only by the $30 million Space Shuttle Endeavour's waste collection system installed in 1992. By the way, the toilet on the Artemis broke shortly after takeoff. But no worries. The astronauts on board fixed it. Partners like Canada, Japan and Europe are also contributing tech and infrastructure, but their share is much smaller compared to what the US is paying. This mission is only one part of NASA's broader lunar program, which was formally launched in 2017. Until now, it has accumulated estimated costs of $93 billion and could soon exceed $100 billion. To compare, this is roughly equal to the entire annual GDP of countries like Costa Rica or Croatia. But if that sounds expensive, the famed Apollo missions of the 1960s and 1970s cost about $25.8 billion at the time. Adjusted for inflation, that would be roughly $250 to $350 billion today. And who pays for it, now and in the past? In short, US taxpayers, mostly. Over the years, not every US administration has been keen on spending billions to send humans to the moon. But US President Donald Trump was a consistent supporter of the idea as part of his America First policy. Why are the costs so high? It's because they reflect the development of new heavy-lift rockets and an effort to build long-term lunar infrastructure. NASA plans to lay the groundwork for future landings and a permanent base on the moon. This base alone would cost an additional $20 billion, according to NASA. Another reason the US is dishing out dollars on this is competition. India and China are stepping up their moon exploration efforts. China spends around $12 billion per year on its lunar program, and India only spent $74 million on its moon rover mission in 2023, showing that the race to the moon is real.
Since 2017, NASA has accumulated an estimate cost of $93 billion. Come on now, that's more money than us Earthlings could ever fathom. The launch estimated $4 billion. The toilet alone, $23 million for a toilet, $23 million, and it broke. Come on now, listen, just think about this, y'all. I'm not saying this is what's happening, but just think about it. America stages a performance that we traveled across the moon, well, around the moon, right? Staged a performance and pocket billions of dollars from us hard-working, tax-paying citizens.
You know, at this point, America really needs to get their priorities straight, because this is not it. This is not it. Our tax dollars are going to a fake flyer on the moon. Okay, this is what they're paying for. They're paying for the studio. Okay, that's what they're paying for. Studio, because all this is fake. You got Americans struggling, barely can pay for groceries because the grocery prices are high. Rent is high, gas is high, and this is what's important to the government right now. And this is, you know, first of all, NASA is full of shit. But this is what's supposed to be so important to the government right now. And this is, Americans are supposed to be so freaking happy about this. When our tax dollars are going to NASA, our tax dollars are going to Israel, and our tax dollars are going to this war that we shouldn't even be in. But we're supposed to be happy about this bullshit. Pardon my French. They're probably in the studio somewhere right here, you know, because we already know what it is, you know. We don't want to see no interviews. We don't want to talk to you. We don't care. I see the moon when I look up at the sky every damn day. Okay? I can zoom in close enough to see the fucking craters and dust on the fucking moon. We don't, like, this is, you know, I used to be proud to be American, but at this point, like, it really sucks. It really sucks to be an American because the government does not give a damn about us. They don't. They don't give a damn about us.
I'm starting to see spaceships on Banghead. Hey, check this out. In T-minus 3, 2, 1, hit the subscribe button. Yes, sir. And if you already subscribed, man, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support, man. Y'all get down in the comment section, hit the like button, all that good stuff, man. And oh yeah, also hype me up. And until next time, holla.